The airport was crowded that evening, the air thick with the sound of rolling suitcases, rushing footsteps, and final goodbyes. Amid the chaos, a young woman stood near Gate 12, clutching the small hand of her son. Her name was Lena Morales, a single mother with tired eyes, faded jeans, and a heart heavy from years of survival. She wasn't there to travel. She was there to clean. Every night after her son Mateo fell asleep in the airport lounge corner, Lena would mop the same glossy floors that saw the laughter of families, the tears of lovers, and the goodbyes of strangers. She had stopped believing in miracles a long time ago, ever since the man she loved disappeared from her life without a word. But that night, as she pushed her cleaning cart toward the VIP section, something unusual happened. The security guard waved her aside, whispering, "Be careful, ma'am." The CEO of Orion Airlines just arrived. Lena barely cared. CEOs and millionaires came and went every week. None of them noticed the cleaning staff anyway. But when she looked up, her world stopped. Standing there in a tailored black suit, greeting executives with his charming smile, was him. The man she once loved. The man who had promised her forever, Ethan Reyes. Her breath hitched, her hands trembling so badly she almost dropped the mop. He looked older, sharper jawline, neatly combed hair, confidence in every step. But those eyes, those were the same warm brown eyes that had once made her heart skip. He didn't see her, not yet, but she couldn't look away. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel Heartwarming Tales. If you believe in kindness, destiny, and second chances, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Lena quickly turned away, her pulse racing. What was he doing here? He was supposed to be studying abroad all those years ago. The last time she saw him, she was standing in the rain with a letter he never came to read, a letter telling him she was pregnant. She had waited weeks, months, then years. When he never returned, she assumed he had forgotten her. And now he was here, a powerful CEO, while she scrubbed the floors of his airline's terminal. As the night went on, she tried to hide in the crowd, but fate had other plans. Mateo, her curious little boy, ran off chasing his toy car, giggling as it rolled toward the VIP section. Lena called after him, but before she could reach him, someone else did. "Whoa there, little man," a deep voice said. "That's quite a car you've got." Lena froze when she saw Ethan crouching beside Mateo, handing him the toy. He smiled gently, unaware of the storm that was about to break inside her. "Thank you, sir," Mateo said shyly. Ethan chuckled. "You're welcome, buddy. Where's your mom?" And that was when their eyes met. Time seemed to collapse in that instant. Years of distance, pain, and longing dissolved into one unbearable heartbeat. Ethan's smile faded, replaced by disbelief. "Lena?" Her lips trembled and she quickly looked away. "You should go, sir. I'm working." But Ethan didn't move. He stepped closer, confusion written across his face. "It's really you. I thought I'd never see you again." Lena's throat tightened. "People change. Please don't make a scene." She turned to leave, but he caught her wrist, his voice breaking. "Lena, wait." Tears welled in her eyes, but she shook her head. "Don't. You left, Ethan. You never came back. There's nothing left to say." She pulled away and hurried off, her heart shattering all over again. That night, she tucked Mateo into his blanket on a bench near the lounge, staring at his sleeping face. He looked so much like Ethan it hurt. She brushed a tear away, whispering, "You don't need him. You have me." But Ethan couldn't sleep that night either. He canceled his flight, his mind consumed by her face. He had never abandoned her, at least not by choice. Years ago, his scholarship had taken him abroad, and when his father fell ill, he had been forced to stay, cut off from everyone. He'd written letters, dozens of them, but none were ever answered. The next morning, he returned to the airport early. He found Lena sweeping near the glass windows, avoiding his gaze. "Lena," he said softly, "please just give me 5 minutes." She sighed, her shoulders tense. "You shouldn't be here." "Maybe not. But I have to be," he said. "I never stopped looking for you." She froze, her hands gripping the broom. "You're lying." He shook his head. "I wrote to you every month. When I came back and couldn't find you, I thought, maybe you moved on. But seeing you here," his voice cracked, "you have no idea what it's like to lose the only person who ever made me feel alive." Her eyes filled with tears. "Ethan, you don't get to say that. I spent years trying to survive with a baby you didn't know about because you were gone. I had to choose between feeding him and feeding myself. I don't need your pity. He stepped closer, his expression filled with pain. A baby? She froze, realizing what she'd just said. He looked around until he spotted Matteo sitting on the bench, quietly drawing airplanes in his notebook. The resemblance hit him like lightning. The same hair, the same eyes. His knees weakened. He's mine? Lena turned away, whispering, He doesn't need to know. Ethan's voice shook. Lena, please. Don't shut me out. Let me be in his life. For a moment, the world was silent except for the faint hum of airport engines. She wanted to scream, to cry, to tell him he had no right. But deep down, a small voice whispered that maybe, just maybe, this was what fate had planned all along. In the days that followed, Ethan didn't give up. He showed up every evening, not with grand gestures but small acts of care. He brought Matteo books, helped Lena fix her broken cart, and even arranged for her to take short breaks during her shifts. He never pushed, never demanded. One night, as Lena finished cleaning, she found a note taped to her locker. It wasn't from management. It was from Ethan. Meet me at gate 12. One last time. Her heart pounded as she walked toward the gate, the same place she had first seen him again. The lights were dim and a small piano played in the background. When she arrived, Ethan was standing there in a simple white shirt, no suit, no crowd, just him. I know I can't undo the past, he said softly, but I want to build the future, with you, and with him. You both deserve more than I gave you. Please, let me make it right. Lena shook her head, tears streaming down her face. You don't even know him. You don't know what we've been through. I want to, he whispered. Let me earn it. I don't care how long it takes. And then, to her shock, Ethan knelt down beside Matteo, who had just arrived holding his toy plane. Hey, buddy, he said gently. Mind if I teach you how real ones fly? Matteo's eyes lit up. You know how to fly? Ethan smiled. I own a few. Maybe one day you'll come with me. Lena watched as her son laughed for the first time in weeks. For years she had carried the weight of doing it all alone. And now in that moment, she saw something she hadn't in a long time. Hope. As the night air swirled around them, Ethan stood and reached for her hand. Lena, I don't want to be just a memory from your past. I want to be the man who's there for every tomorrow. She hesitated, her lips trembling. You hurt me, Ethan. I know, he said, voice breaking, and I'll spend the rest of my life making up for it. For a long time, neither spoke. Then slowly, Lena placed her hand in his, and for the first time in years, she didn't feel alone. The next morning, as the sun rose over the runway, Lena opened her shop in the airport lounge. Matteo's Blossoms. Ethan had invested in it quietly, letting her take full control. Every day he stopped by before flights, sometimes just to see her smile. They weren't perfect, but they were together, and that, after all the years of pain and distance, was everything. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Heartwarming Tales. Before you go, tell us in the comments, do you believe that true love always finds its way back no matter how long it takes?